coach Steve Cherundolo. Steve, if you could just give us your thoughts going into tomorrow's match.
Yeah, another short week. Very little time to prepare for San Jose coming tomorrow. But again, the same situation for them. So an equal playing field in those regards. Missing a few guys. Carlos will not be available for this game, nor is Murillo available to play due to a 5th yellow card suspension. Everybody else is back. It's also good news on that front with Eddie Segura, who's joining us with the team tomorrow, if everything goes to plan today, which is wonderful for him and the group to have him back involved and at the bank. So we're very proud of him for his recovery in the process and staying mentally strong throughout the entire process, which is always difficult. So we welcome Eddie back. And everybody else is ready to go. After our disappointing exit in the Open Cup. But this is MLS. It's a different competition, different opponent, completely different scenario for tomorrow. And we have prepared for that, and we're ready and looking forward to it.
Thank you, Steve. We'll go ahead and open it up for questions and start with Andy Diosa.
Hey, Steve, on the Carlos front, is it just giving him a little bit of a break since it's such a quick bounce back, knowing that the international break is coming up?
Sorry, could you repeat the question? The volume was down.
I said on the Carlos front, is it just giving him a little bit of a break, knowing that it's such a quick bounce back, knowing that the international break is going to be up for him to rest that injury, or is it something more concerning?
No, nothing serious, just unable to play tomorrow.
Steve, with the summer coming up, approaching, obviously, you guys have gotten off to a great start in the league. With the open DP spot, is there anything that you see that you perhaps would like to fill, or a type of caliber of player that you would like to add to the squad, or you're kind of just content with going forward and seeing how this goes?
It is the job of every club and every coach to try to continue to better the group, both tactically, physically, but also with personnel. And so, yeah, we're always searching to try to improve the group. And if we are convinced that the right player comes around, we will make that change. But what we're mostly looking forward to after this break to get us set up for the summer months is getting everybody healthy. So after the break, our first game is against Seattle. We are hopeful that everybody will be on board. Our roster will be full, and we are very pleased with our roster when we are healthy. So I'm really looking forward to that time, having everybody available.
Thanks, Andy. Go ahead, Max.
Thanks, Crystal. Steve, just to confirm, if everything goes well today, Eddie would be on the 18 on Saturday?
The 20-man roster, yeah. MLS is
20-man, sorry.
Open Cup. But yes, that is correct.
Just a question on the back line with so many moving parts, and obviously Murillo not available, and that's going to cause another wrinkle with the back four you could play, and playing several guys at right back. What's the best advice to the team you give to try and maintain what the vision of the club is defensively, even though there are so many new faces on a regular basis? How does that bring Maxime into the game, and how does he help you as well in trying to keep that as firm as possible?
I think creating an identity and maintaining that and being able to show that throughout the 90 minutes. You're right. It involves everybody, including Maxime, who's one of our vocal leaders on the team. And you do it really through moments and habits, behavioral habits on the field. Not so much in formations or starting positions, but it's really moments in the game that matter to us. One example, when we are in our offensive block in the opponent's half and we happen to lose the ball, our counter pressure is quite consistent and one of the better moments of our game, and something we will always hold on to, regardless of formations or changes or who's on the field. And that's important to us at LAFC. It's those moments in particular, and there are obviously more than just a counter press, but that's just one example for you.
Thanks, Steve.
Mhm.
Last question for Steve from Josue Lopez.
Thank you, Crystal. Hello, Steve. Good afternoon. Nathan, Christian, and Tony Leone have been called for national team duty in the U20 level. How satisfying is for you as a coach to have these young players in such important duty for the national teams?
It's great. I mean, it speaks for our academy and the work, in the identification process, but also in the developmental process. Our coaches and our staff do an amazing job here at LAFC. We're very proud of them and all of the kids coming through. And those are just 3 names, but I can give you an entire list of players, exciting players that for the future for LAFC. But having gone through that process myself, I fully understand that it is just a moment. For right now, they've been called up, and it's their jobs to continue to be called up and to stay on top of their game. And for others who aren't there yet to get there. So it's always a process, but it's always moving. And, we work with all of these players very closely, and they're involved in our training sessions at times. But we monitor them very, very closely and take their futures very seriously. And it's great to have these young options coming through. It's also important for older players to see that it is not a guarantee that you're always here, and there are players coming in to try to replace them. And the best advice I got in my career was from a manager. After I signed one of my contracts, he said, "Okay, from this day forward, I'm trying to replace you." And it's a bit of somber news when you sign your first professional contract, but it's the truth. And the sooner you accept that, the better you'll be.
Thank you, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Steve.